Ponce Radio RX 93.1. Time for the top 10 today's special edition because we have a very special guest in the booth. We have Marlon Stockinger.
So we should change the background music.
All right.
Since we're all men in the booth anyway.
Right, diba?
We're all
testosterone.
Testosterone show.
Super duper.
It's like
we're the...
all we can think about are boys. Because it's full of testosterone.
Full of testosterone.
Oh,
Pero don't you get because you're a race car driver.
Yeah.
You're supposed to be fast.
Yeah.
But don't you get those fast jokes?
yeah, the parang, you're fast. It's not much of a joke. I'm pretty sure you know what we mean.
No, here's one entry that leads us to one question for Marlon. Okay, remember we are doing the top 10 driving pet peeves. And according to Fortunato, yung umuulan, tapos traffic, tapos Adele yung background music mo. Bad trip kasi ang sakit. Ang sakit.
Tapos nakatingin ka sa window mo. Tapos parang it's like, the rain is just, the pitter-patter of the raindrops on your window.
It's like a dagger, each drop is like a dagger in your wounded heart.
Tapos sa tabi mo, as in literal, nandun sa passenger seat mo, kumakanta si Adele.
Yun. Now, which leads us to the question, Marlon, what do you listen to? In the car.
Really?
Adele, yeah.
Seriously?
When you're driving?
At 21, just like, she must have gone through a lot.
Yeah, right?
That's true.
That guy must have
Really messed
I
around.
don't want to be him.
Yeah. It's like Taylor Swift.
Because I would think you would have like something like very, I don't know.
Oh yeah, do you
like
have like
energetic.
driving music? Because, I don't know, but like
I guess like, I always, before the race, I always like have a routine. And the important thing is, because sometimes we have to wake up really early, so I use music to wake me up.
Like what?
And I just like pump up stuff, I guess, like a bit of hip hop, and like any like good positive music. Just gets you in the mood, like workout stuff.
That's
It's not my iPod.
It's like another, but CNC Music Factory.
That's a little, too diva-ish for Marlon, you know. For example, what's your, if you were to choose one like driving music, what would you try? An actual song.
Like
Driving song.
I don't know, like chill out stuff like Calvin Harris.
Ah, really?
Just easy going, like nothing.
None of the tarang todo hard music.
No. It's like.
So much chill. Oh, okay,
Yeah,
that's
a bit more relaxed.
unexpected. I would think it would be something very light.
No, kasi diba,
Something more too.
I guess you have to sort of like keep your emotions in control also.
Kasi bagay, nothing too distracting. No?
Yeah. No. Like
Nothing too aggressive.
Oh wait, like during an actual race, do you have music or talagang completely focused?
I hum. No.
Wow, that's very driven. Sylvester Stallone.
Favorite movie of all time. Picks up the coin. I was like, oh my god, I want to do that.
With the wheel.
Or you whistle?
I tried, but it doesn't work.
Like that.
I'm sure it doesn't. Parang kasi, I don't know if you've seen Driven. Basically, like, he hums and then parang everything's in slow motion when he does.
Yeah.
It's like,
I tried it. It didn't work.
Or that, what's that whistle song in Kill Bill? Yun, di ba? Something a little creepy. Parang serial killer kind of music.
No, there's no music in the car. It's really like bare. The car itself is just like a carbon monocoque.
Yeah.
And this is just like for protection purposes.
Alright.
And there's no radio,
There's
no
no aircon,
No bathroom.
Just have
no bathroom.
We go back to that.
It's very high tech, but at the same time
Very
very
low-tech.
basic. You know what I mean? It's quite. It needs to be quite raw the car in terms of like saving weight. You know, so it doesn't have a lot of essentials. Sometimes, like in the car I drove a couple weeks ago, they didn't even have a starter in the car, so you need someone to
actually start the car
yeah, you need like a manual starter,
Okay, so
and it's separate from the
It
car.
reduces the weight.
Exactly. So it's all separate.
Wow. Do you have a car here?
Yeah.
Okay. Can we ask you what kind of car you
Star
drive?
X.
Really? A van? Like, really? For real? That's so like.
You drive it or somebody drives for you?
No, sometimes I get driven around. Like normally, like I also drive myself.
Right.
But you used to Manila traffic, right?
Yeah.
Manila way of driving.
Does it actually help you out, the way of driving here? Na parang, you know how aggressive and crazy the
I
drivers
like
are here?
everything here. It's just like, the buses taught me a lot.
Oh, there's a question there.
It's,
Have you ever been like pulled over by the police? Or
Yeah.
and do they ever recognize you? Like, whoa, I just pulled over for speeding. A race car driver. No, like, don't they ever have that? Like,
No naman, it was just for like some petty stuff, like
robbing a
headlights
bank.
or
Like robbing a bank and running over like several people.
going Jason Statham on that.
Kasi parang you would think it's such a given that, you know, the traffic violation of race car drivers would be speeding.
But diba,
Kasi parang-
it's ano, kasi, well, at least from the interviews I've also heard of like other like race car drivers, they always say that it's such a different, because yeah, it's not a controlled environment and you don't know if the other drivers around you are as good as you are. So
Yeah, I'm
they're
more
not,
worried about someone else.
yeah,
than
than you are with yourself.
right.
I just have this thing like where I really don't trust people when they drive for me or they
Right.
or like if I'm in a plane I feel sometimes uneasy
Because you're not the one in control.
Yeah.
Oh, because you're so used.
The only time you're scared in a racing car is when you're not in control of what's happening.
But
And
you know
that's
what?
normally when you're crashing. So
You know it's true. People who drive a lot and enjoy driving are lousy passengers.
That's because
Like you and Del, you both love driving. You
Yeah.
can't stand it when you're not
exactly,
driving.
I get dizzy actually.
Oh, I love being driven.
Did you start off with the karting?
Yeah.
Is that all?
Wait, how many are you? How many are you?
One only.
How many are your age? No, wait, how old are you now?
I'm 21.
But you started
Good
racing.
God.
I started racing when I was nine and a half.
Wow.
I've been in the sport more than a decade.
So do you like, do you play video games
All the time.
all the time? Do you think they play Gran Turismo and then
Yeah,
like
of
F1
course.
2013 or
Yeah,
whatever?
yeah.
Night
You're
driver.
not sick of it? Yeah, okay, you do the real thing and then here you are in your home, you're playing to
This is
escape
not what I
reality
am.
and it's still the same thing.
No, it's like I think sometimes I use it as preparation. Actually,
Really?
like I remember before I did the Barcelona race, and
Yeah.
I was playing F1 like the whole day before the weekend, and it turned out that I would finish second in that race.
Oh, wow.
And that was a Formula One weekend. We were the support race, and it was the first time the Philippine flag was held on a circuit like that, and it was pretty cool. So
And they
I,
played
I owe
that.
that to Formula One 2012.
Nice!
So it's
Oh,
pretty
wait,
good.
baka pwede rin ako. Mahilig ako.
Some of the circuits are really like as
Accurate.
close
As
as you can
close,
get. Not accurate in a sense that like, oh yeah, it's exactly like this, but
Yeah.
you just get the flow
Yeah,
and
like the turns and whatever.
Exactly.
Do you also pee in your pants while you're playing? You don't want to go to the bathroom anymore.
I gotta get it done.
there's a button for that.
It's called pause.
You know, one of your goals is to be the first Filipino F1,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
We're looking at like how many years?
Well, as soon as next year, actually.
Really?
Yeah, because next
God.
year,
Good luck, man.
That would be like the first.
being a like junior driver, and I'll be
Yeah.
managed by Gravity Sport Management, which is Formula One. They actually offer like a business platform, and that's actually bringing in the Formula One car next year. So it's around April, and it will be a road show, and it will basically be the F1 car this year coming in next year, and I will be driving it.
Wow.
Donuts, and you'll get a full live experience of the car. It's a 2-day event.
Right.
And there will be also other cars, like a two-seater Formula One car, touring cars, and some go-karts. So it's like going through the steps of racing and finishing it off with a Formula One car being driven around the streets of Manila.
Wow. Do you know where it is already? Like
I cannot disclose
yet? Okay.
Not
exactly
yet.
where it
Yeah.
will be, but it will be a great venue.
Okay.
So everyone be prepared for next year because it's on the way.
Well, we hope you make it. You know,
really do.
everyone's going to be rooting for you.
Yeah.
Because, you know, that would be a first to have, you know, a Filipino there.
Okay, people are just wait, who was that? I am Dwayne B was just saying, who's your favorite race car driver?
Has to be Kimmy.
Give me Have you met him?
Yeah, I've like seen him.
My God,
Because he's
my
like-
mom would love you. Such a huge Kimmy fan also.
Kimmy is amazing. But like when I go training, I go to the factory that Kimmy, the team he races with.
Right.
They have a gym there, and a lot of the training I do, I go to Enstone and Oxford.
Right.
And they give me the programs and stuff, and like he's in and out of the factory, and I saw him in the race in Singapore. But like he's very private, if you
Gets
haven't
drunk a
noticed.
lot.
As well, but like he's just an absolute legend. And when
Yeah.
he won Abu Dhabi, the style he won it, and the team radio, and he was saying "Leave me alone" and all those things. It's just like this is just typical. So it's just he's amazing. Like he's my favorite driver as of right now. But I I think the highest rated driver for sure is Alonso.
Right.
The way he raced the season, he only made 2 mistakes and it really wasn't his fault.
Right.
And the team just did the best they could with the car they had, and I think he's really one of the best drivers on the grid.
So I guess that answers your question.
Kimi
Kimi
Dora.
Räikkönen.
Nice man.
Kimi Dora.
Si Eugene Domingo.
Yeah, I'm familiar with him. Kimi Dora and Alonso, Alicia Alonso.
But it's a bit.
Okay, here we go. The top 10 driving pet peeves, just a couple. Okay, Shivana says, you make a sabay kang car, you both try to beat the red light. Actually, you both beat the red light. Pero ikaw lang ang nahuli ng MMDA.
Oo, kasi ikaw yung mas malapit.
Di ba?
Tsaka mas mahal yung kotse mo.
And Art Cipriano says, yung may nakita kang magandang kotse, mala Jaguar. Tapos nakita mo, 15-year-old yung may-ari. Nakakaasar.
Oh man. Oh, that used to be my pet peeve. Because like, I remember I was
Why not me?
I think I was in Cebu or something, and I was like, I don't know, maybe like 16 years old or whatever. And then I saw like this really nice, during that time it was like an SLK, like 230 or whatever. So it's like one of those two-door Benzes. And I was like, why is he driving that? And he's only like 20.
Yeah.
And then why am I like here waiting for a jeepney?
Chelsea Takata says, when two cars meet and drivers stop for a chit-chat, you get that a lot in the province. In Batangas, like
Yeah.
after diving, we're like 2 lanes lang siya, diba? So like while you're driving, the jeepney in front of you stops because there's another jeepney going the other way.
Yeah, that's like-
They stop and they chat. And we're not talking, they're not even rushing it. They're really like nagkakwentuhan in the middle of the road. And they say, don't honk your horn, that's their turf. They might beat you up or something. And the top driving pet peeve comes from Ugly Kid Joey.
Ugly Kid Joey says,
Yung while driving, merong sasabay sa'yo na motorcycle on both sides of your car in a very narrow street.
Yeah.
So it's like,
they sort of box you in. And you
Kasi
can't
like,
like hit them. Because like, obviously.
obviously you shouldn't.
Yeah.
But yung in Tagalog, ginigit-git ka. And you're
Right.
like, you don't really know where to go because it's such a narrow street.
Have you ever tried like, do you know how to ride a motorcycle?
Yeah, of course.
Really? Does it come with a territory? Like, is it?
Pretty much. But it's too dangerous. I'm not. No, I'd be too dangerous on 2 wheels.
So are you just like, do you just consider yourself as like a speed demon? Like are
I
you
thought-
just addicted to speed?
Yeah, I mean, you have to be a bit crazy, I guess, if you want to be in
I
a
think
sport
so.
of it.
Yeah.
But like the guys on 2 wheels are even crazier. Like
Yeah.
there's no protection and they go so quick on a straight. And
Actually,
if you
that's true.
crash, it's like
Ah,
it's
there you go.
there's no seatbelt, no nothing. It's your like
It's
leg.
just you.
Yeah.
It's your limbs
Have you ever,
that are
like-
stopping you from like having a bad accident.
Have you ever like ridden a Segway?
No, those are really dangerous actually.
I would think, kita mo si Marlon.
You serious?
Yeah, they're
A Segway?
A lot of people like who own Segways, I see them with like scabs.
But
A lot
it's
of
so
people
slow.
die.
What?
From Segways?
Yeah, those are the things you stand
Yeah,
on, right?
yeah.
And
The
back and
two-wheel sort of like they balance on themselves.
Yeah, it's quite
That's
dangerous.
dangerous?
from what I know.
It's so really?
But it's so slow.
I don't know,
so
something
deep.
even like the creator of the Segway died riding the Segway.
What?
How ironic
Are
is
you
that?
serious?
Something like that, something really crazy.
Oh, that's so weird.
That's so weird.
I always thought that like it was so slow.
It's so
and
slow and
Like, no, they're fast. They're pretty quick. You feel like you're flying when you're
Wow.
Wow.
Okay.
I never knew that.
And they like rotate on themselves, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
You have to like, I guess what's dangerous is when you use them the first time.
Yeah.
And
Right,
you
you
don't know
how
what's
to use it
happening.
yet, just yeah.
And you make a mistake and then it does what you don't expect it to do.
I guess that's true.
I tried that in Singapore.
A Segway?
Yeah.
Really? Was it
in
easy?
Sentosa. Yeah, it's a little scary, but after a
Yeah.
while you're like, whoa.
Yeah, then it's
look at
okay.
me go.
But then again, you're scared of everything.
You feel like a blur.
Wow.
Not really.
Wow.
Kasi diba in Singapore they have,
kilometers
they have that F1 thing
Yeah,
there.
the race.
Yeah.
They have it every year.
I was billeted at the hotel, one of the hotels where you actually have a ringside view of the entire race.
Yeah, from the top floor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so there you go. We have Marlon Stockinger here, the epic wrap-off coming right up.
Yeah.
And we've got the top 10 driving pet peeves, one final batch. Just key in RX, space your entries and send them to 2299 or tweet us by twitter.com/RXTMR. Include our 2 hashtags, hashtag The Morning Rush and hashtag Driving Pet Peeves.